6, no delays, no long-winded casters. We're going for a straight south with a slight lean to the left, to the west, just over between shooting range and Georgia Pole Plain.
More difficulty for Team Liquid to try and get the S9 for that early loot, and we were just talking about the fact that Gen G Black had a poor first game. That was great for Liquid. I mean, that was a team that has been going at them through the first day. Liquid only went out in 9th place the last time around, but they picked up some kills, and that was enough for them to grab onto that first place position and hold on to it.
Yeah.
And for Gen G Gold, I mean, coming way up the leaderboards.
Why does this keep happening?
Oh, 4 a.m.
Honey Badgers and 4 a.m. continuously fighting over the military base. A spot coming into this tournament, I think every single analyst was saying is like, oh, I don't think anyone really wants to go there. It seems like such a hard rotation. Where's the boat path? Where's the car path? It's always overlapping something you're going to get gunned down.
The one thing that I've noticed now is that I think 4 a.m. has decided that Honey Badger Nation is a weak enough team that they can try and push on top of them and take this military base away from them.
Oh, looking for the first hit. Lion K does it. Savage thought. Make thought he actually had the car away, and you can hold on to your guts, but OMG contesting around the ferry pier, and you can call. It's not like who's nearby. You got Ragnar's nearby. You can potentially use him as bait, but he has to run so quickly behind the car for cover. Where's the shot? The line is going to be there, and it's actually with the DP. Yeah, you're not going to hit that. The first kill does go the way of OMG.
And
he'll steal the car, and Ragnar, you're going to fire up a couple of shots just for good measure. Is there revenge on the menu? Lion K, he's too fast, and that's a DP.
Very, very aggressive there. Nice play. I was expecting the beatdown there, but it did not happen. And look at this circle. Okay. Finally.
A Na'Vi circle?
Yeah, for Na'Vi, they have a clear path. They can take that Pacific Coast Highway, go all the way up north, and try and get something together here.
Yeah, and you don't have Black as well as WTSG forced to move so early on as well. You even got CGX on the northern side of Georgia Pole who just own that. So it's going to be more of a contest to the eastern side. It's going to be that push over. Gold, who have got probably the longest path to go, will still have to get through Honey Badgers and 4 a.m. if they want to go to the southern bridge, the southern west bridge. And if they go through the north, they have to go through CGW, Myth Trust, Knights are nearby, TG, Ghost. You know they're going to own up this area.
So WTSG, this is their time. This is a circle nearly centered on South George, their home, their namesake. Will WTSG finally have the time and space needed to try and take a round here?
Man, do you even stay in there? Like, Black has been having your numbers so much.
That's true.
Do you try and bail out? Do you even try and... would any team in their right mind try and take the hill?
4 a.m. leaving the military base early. Looks like Honey Badger Nation will have that early pressure alleviated, but now face the fact that 4 a.m. might want to hang out on the edge.
It's like the second time we've seen them being forced out of the military base so quick. You said they were happy to battle against Honey Badgers, but this is such an early bailout to a place which has probably already been looted, judging on the plane's trajectory.
4 a.m. is not a new team. They know that early fights can be dangerous. I was wondering if they were going to get aggressive and try and take over the military base, maybe a show of force with Honey Badger Nation, but we've seen in the past teams trying to crash center. The Chiefs have a good center position now, but the one thing I've been wondering is, are teams going to start holding on to the edge rather than crashing middle? It gets so dense in the middle of that play zone that maneuverability becomes impossible. Gen G Gold did it the last game. They rode the edge of the circle in, they stayed relatively passive, and they rode that to victory.
Maybe it's just easy enough to just crash the first circle and then move with the edge. Like, as long as you can center up quite nicely. Of course, this is going to be a little bit more in favor of Chief, actually, because they've been taking Gatka as well as just at the foot of the mountain. So maybe they're going to be feeling a little bit more comfortable about their positioning in this game, too.
Here they are, the winners from last game. Gen G Gold very far from the circle, furthest team outside the Knights, and they have to cross a bridge and get through a couple of teams on the way to the first zone, and we will see maybe a momentum on their side and a little bit of motivation seeing their brothers just a little bit ahead.
Yeah, maybe. It's I'm actually just wondering, like, how do you even take this road out? Like, even if you all get in a boat,
a little bit behind, I should say.
Even if you get in a boat, you're gonna have to go straight up through the eastern side of Pachinki on that one little area. If not, you're basically scaling a cliff face, and I don't think we've added in like rope climbing just yet to PUBG.
Rappelling is maybe in the future, but as far as Gold is concerned, I wonder now if they're going to try and do something a little bit similar to last round and just kind of let this circle not really pressure them, allow teams to crash center
Actually
and
play
come
like,
in late. Yeah, just come in late.
Like Genji Black was doing all through the second, third, fourth round yesterday. Possible. Very, very possible.
WTSG moving out. You're right. They've actually left their loot spot early, coming to the hospital. Maybe getting a little bit closer to the two pairs, the two splits, I should say, of WTSG.
4 a.m. with this run. They're just going to drive straight into the middle of three teams. Team Gates is nearby, and in fact, they're already set up in the compound. And with the shots, Chillo can't connect enough of them, but he'll have more than one opportunity. Going after the captain, able to clip him down to 50%. But
Luke is already low health. He's got to be careful here.
I'm wondering if 4 a.m. even have the optics and the weaponry to take this mountain and hold this mountain. They get up, but they don't have everyone to. They may not have enough to play with.
With Dacia, not a lot of horsepower, not a lot of torque, but they will get up. Gaxi on the rotate just below by himself. I imagine that WTSG wants to try and grab either a natural cover position or a compound along that South George Mountain. And yes, they will grab this compound here.
Yep. Good lockdown, at least so Vada Miraku can hold it, keep their options open after the encroachment does come in. Of course, it's taking a long time for the rest of the teams on the eastern side to come forward, but WTSG, Gaxi, as you said, he was doing that quick movement forward. And it's Black who get the knock, and Gaxi, not a lot of friends around. It looks like, okay, yep, support is on the way. The medics have been called. Autobots, what have you got?
All they need is a siren at this stage. They're going to go try and rescue Gaxi.
He's on the other side of the mountain, though.
Genji Black has only one player in position to put any pressure there, and they don't think they're going to want to get too aggressive and overextend. But the Chiefs are all the other side of the mountain as well. But yes, Genji Black is going to go at Gaxi and try and get that down finish.
Guarantee the points. Keep that lead in front. But they'll have more problems though, because you got 4 a.m. who's nearby too.
Larson can't leave. He's got to hold on to that compound for his team. There's Gaxi. Sad in a bush by himself.
The real slow bleed. And
Sexy Pig can't go. Sexy Pig can't go for it. This might be a trap. Essentially, you never know.
Sexy Pig can't get the connection. Gaxi's still gonna be covered by the bush. I don't know if Sexy Pig really wants to peek out. He's already been shot a couple of times. And yeah, they're actually going to get the res up. Gaxi will come back up.
Nice positioning on the res. Sexy Pig can't do anything about it. He's just kind of waiting to see if anyone else is on the way, but he's disabling vehicles. Really smart play. And you got to wonder, is it worth it for WTSG now to try and recoup this person? But it could be good down the road.
He couldn't disable the Flaming Dacia, and that's the escape mobile. He manages to connect once again. That's a 50% Gaxi right there, but Sexy Pig, the final, knock from range won't come. WTSG, they get back onto the southern side of the hospital, back into their compound and together.
That's damage and a knock and meds being used very early in this game.
Look at Na'Vi just taking these western compounds. They know no one is below them, but they probably should have a closer look towards their northern side.
CGW just rotating around, looking for a spot to call home. Savage can hear them moving around, maybe looking to see. Savage has been playing well, but they haven't been able to be aggressive, not really getting into team fights, and they have lost a player early.
Well, Mr. Yoppie, say goodbye.
Badger Nation and CGW rotating right next to each other.
It's just savage. As you said, they've been playing well. Now they've got to hit these shots to ensure the passing by kills. And, he's got a lot of them
I was going to say that looked on target. Nice down.
And teamwork. Levery knocked out, and friends nearby do not appear to be existent. They're already locked inside the compound. There's a honey badger between his friends as well. So Savage just push over the hill, ensure the kill, while Na'Vi trying to open up on CGX, rotating into the open fields as the car was about to blow up. She and Blue gets knocked. That's from CGX too. They try and take the comms tower. Wow. Pure Boy, he's got nowhere to cover. There's just a roaming Dacia rolling down the middle of the open.
The Ghost Riding Dacia floating past.
Somebody was in this at one point of their life.
CGX is in a really bad spot. This is where Na'Vi tries to just secure kills and are now shining in their compound hold and split with Drainies. Pure Boy is in trouble.
Yeah, this is exactly what Na'Vi wanted, right? They know there's nothing to the south. They hold the western side, and then they can see where the circle pushes. But this is their hunting zone. But the hunting zone is very, very clustered. There's lines of teams everywhere. To the southern side, just off the east of the swamp, it is, well, I think there's 3-4 teams currently engaged in fights around that point. And the Gatka Hill and the Gatka buildings to the south, they're all under control too.
Fast Rail also being down. Now Honey Badger having to react to that. A good line of sight. We'll see if this is going to be another pickup here.
Quick.
Savage. He has to back off.
Pure Boy will finally bleed out. Fast Trail looks like he's going to have the same thing unless Grizzly starts his run. Here come the tracer bullets. Wick, he'll actually drive forward. He'll get the pickup as actually Grizzly, he was enough of a distraction. He didn't get knocked down, so they're going to get the res up onto Fast Trail and Grizzly will survive.
The smokes are going to dissipate. They're going to have to med. Grizzly's also low and
clip him. Just clip him once.
They're just trying to shoot him in the toes as the best they can. Savage has been doing well to put pressure on them, but if they don't keep it going, they're going to back off. This is great for Honey Badger Nation. They were in trouble. Yeah,
and that's a real nice hill. If they can just have Savage not on the opposite one, then they can focus looking down towards the open field where they want to fight, use the deflate to their advantage. As Mithras, they start the convoy. They moved like a fleet. They looked like an aircraft group. Just
flying V.
Yep. Is the Mighty Ducks really the greatest way to go?
This is a formation. You can do that with airplanes, not just for hockey players. Looking at Gold, arriving late to the circle. This is the strategy that worked for them last game. And the circle is going to shift all the way south. So a lot of density going to be forming on that northwestern side of the play zone. Sorry, northeastern side of the play zone. God V is there, and you can already see all the vehicles moving. The Knights also coming in late.
I loved how Myth was so slow with their movement forward. They're just like, okay, we'll wait. We're on the edge of the circle. All right, gun it. Where can we get? Maybe not very far. Ghost opening up fire as Myth just make the gauntlet run. This is gladiators at the moment. Maybe they pull in towards Gatka. It's the only unoccupied position they could potentially take. Instead, they'll take the deflate around it, but they got the Chiefs to the north. They got OHM to the south.
Bumper cars out here. Gatka, I imagine these teams expect it to be occupied, but it's difficult to defend. A lot of buildings to spread your team around, so Myth and a lot of these guys are just going to avoid that and try and get center. This is something that is going to cost Myth if they're not careful. They're in this wide open field. Genji Gold also on the way, but they're sharing some.
HQ Mid-Trust, can they actually win this fight? The knockdown's already there. It's a 1-1 trade-off for the knockdowns. As Homboya, he's getting K3 back in, but here comes K3 with the grenade. Push Mid-Trust back, but Winner's already been knocked out totally, and K3, at least he's got the UAZs to give him some level of cover, but where's the follow-up? As you said, no support. K3's got all the work to do himself, and he's already bailing out into the UAZ, run away from the grenades, and back down the hill into CGX, while Refund are assaulting the Chiefs. They want to take the compound, and they're going to be able to do it, or maybe not. Potato, not only does he get the knock, he finished him off. He wants the 15 points, but P for Potato cannot do it at that level of aim. And Refund, they'll have one player casualty, but the compound is theirs.
Nice pickup for them, nice building crash, didn't cost them too much, but look at this. It's HQ now sharing a building. 4AM is there as well. Captain has stopped. Oh, he flashed himself.
Yeah, I think he's blind.
Careful with
4AM. Hitting the rock. Black real close. Essa won't know about this. Yukin opens up, but he misses the shot. Reveals the position. He's taking shots from the far side too. So Black back into the deflate. Essa does the jump back towards the rock, and now he's preparing his own grenade. Look for it to come towards 4AM, and that looks sweet. Right behind him. That double knock from Essa.
The follow-up grenade coming. Unroot wants more.
They want the kills is what they want.
That's
with
right
no
on top
risk.
Of them.
All reward. 4AM lose 2.
And actually AHQ won the fight as well.
And they got
God
more
B's
support.
down. 4AM's eliminated.
Black just came in from all sides and knock out 4AM. The first team to drop this time. But they give Genji Black more of those sweet points. 3 kills, 45.
HQ got involved there as well. Captain was spread out by himself. I think he got caught in that building, but here's Savage once again. And Genji Gold still rotating the very far south, all the way around the bottom of the circle, and are going to come up just a little bit south of where Na'Vi is positioned.
Why does it feel like they're just playing for perfect positioning? But Na'Vi are split in this 2-2. So there's no way anyone can come up the west coast without them knowing about it, and they've got a really great position from that vision from that southern position too.
Really nice circle management from Genji Gold. I like the way they position themselves. No one anywhere near them. And for Savage, holding a 2 split right next to Honey Badger Nation. Not sure if this is intentional, but I think so. Yeah, I don't think they can really do anything about this. Honey Badger Nation just a little bit too close.
Yep.
CGX and CGW also sharing real estate, but Myth is dead center, and it looks like they've grabbed onto that radio tower position.
They're on the radio tower, but it's always a fun one because in the stage when the circle's this big, there's still enough of an angle, a high ground position that you can reach to see at the defilades. So Mythtrust will be forever under fire, but hey, this is third person. Stay prone, look over the top, use your cast for cover. And here comes Gold. They're already taking fire from Drainus on the side, so they're heading east, and that's going to take them right into the Savage line. The Honey Badgers, CW, and CGX. Everyone's there, and the circle centers perfectly.
Nice dead center circle. This is good for Myth. Na'Vi having great map control on their side of the zone. Avangar on the way down. I don't think they're going to get that far. Uba and Molotoi will keep them from getting too close to their building. That's where the split becomes a problem. If Avangar comes right at them and decides to get aggressive, it's going to be a 4v2 situation with Drainies and Uba nowhere near to support.
Gold, they're taking forever to get in, but here they are. They arrive on the side of the swamp. And then they realize they're getting shot from two different teams, and oh my god.
Avangar is moving all the way south.
But he's driving, Diaz is driving to the middle of Gold and the rest of Na'Vi that's there.
Oh, there's two on the back of this motorcycle. This is going to be tough.
Oh no, shot on the way down! Lucky was there, Keen will get knocked. It will be a quick trade-off.
Nice trade.
Lucky just whipped it up, but Aries having AVG pinned. Crawl back behind the trees to get the res back up again. Lucky. They know they have to push him, and here comes the rest of AVG. Grenades are being prepared by CGX.
Gold is not going to help. The rest of Gold is not going to come help Loki.
They'll let him die. Maybe not worth it.
Ooh. Little miss there. Nice nade.
Yeah, Rio. He found that perfect line. That's the nade I was talking about. He's preparing. He's just looking for the easy kill. AVG would have an easy way to get back off that tree line.
I'd like to see CGX get aggressive here. They've got 2 downs. That's a seam in the defense. They can get up there, but there's only 2 players left on this team. I think they're just a little bit worried about what AVG can do to return.
Yeah, maybe you just hold the position.
Oh, still damage coming in.
Yeah, it's coming from the other side. It's Wick on the far side. Grizzly's actually going to get the kill into AVG, so say goodbye to Diaz, and Keen was knocked out too.
Nice opportunistic chance there for Honey Badger Nation to get involved. Avangar getting it from all sides. Here comes more grenades from Rio.
How many have they got? The supplies, the never-ending red zone fabricated by CGX. If it bounces off the side and down to the car, it'll be nice.
We talked about this yesterday, how pro teams decide that they want more meds and more grenades, things that are much more important than ammunition, and they've been using that utility to destroy each other all through this tournament.
Big open field. Liquid are already starting their own repositioning. The one small compound to the southeast.
Current leaders, Liquid.
Yep.
Not by a lot.
Yeah, not by a lot, definitely. Black is looking for their kind of opening. AHQ have the compound in front of them, but they still have the defilade on the hillside, and they're inside the circle, so they're okay with this.
WTSG, their mates from South George, have moved a little further away from the edge of the circle. Gen.G Black only looking at AHQ in front of them, but this swamp area is getting more and more crowded. Avangar, Savage, Honey Badger Nation, Gen.G Gold had to back off when they lost their player.
It's Fastrel in the observatory. He's got eyes onto Gold, and they're taking damage, I think, from Welcome to South George. This is from the long shot.
It's really hard to deal with this spot because that swamp area is basically impassable, so this whole ridge is where players like to post up. Savage has taken the low ground position, which is going to be difficult for them to deal with because here come the Knights. They have arrived, and we're looking at another circle shift. This is going to be huge depending on where you're positioned.
Yep, this is going to force teams off one side because no one's really locked in the middle apart from Mythtrust as well as Refund. They're the only ones who probably get to stay where they are.
65 players alive. That's a lot for this late in the game going into minute 19.
Time to condense, and it's almost smack bang middle. A little shift to the southwest. Now, this works for the Swamp teams. They're not going to be forced out of their positions, but Na'Vi will have to come out of their spots. AHQ, Black, WTSG, Gates, Chief, Liquid, OMG, Savage Knights, all must move.
They're Gen.G Black maybe making a mistake here. They're trying to run the gauntlet. They've already lost Esther. Sexy Pig in the front vehicle. He's going to tumble.
Oh, he actually
stayed up. He's got cat-like feet.
Houdini escape levels. They just try and find a small little defilade and hold their position there. Mythtrust may poke their heads up and just a bit back into the car. Get out of the car. Unru just repositioning it so they actually have it for cover. But WTSG, they're running forward.
The nades are coming.
They're preparing for the run. And Black, defense, they know they need to split up. As they're bouncing over Chromatic. Takes it to the front.
That one bounced through as well,
right on top of them. Right deep, right on top of Yoon. And goodbye. Dramatic can med back up again, but WTSG.
They got to get out of here.
Yeah, they do.
That vehicle's in trouble too, though. Grammatic having to hold security. Sexy Pig making a run for it.
That
vehicle's in trouble.
15% of its health. Sexy Pig can't even keep it straight. But you'll find a new Deflate out of the reach of the nades of WTSG as Ghost are happy to have their own shots towards Liquid and Scoob and
Oh, they crashed their motorcycle.
They actually flipped around. Ibiza will do the same type of run. The pressure
Turtle
was
wants
on,
it. Look at
and
Ibiza.
Ibiza, the traces are flying everywhere. The ultimate battle beast come towards Larsen's compound. He'll run around the side, jump through the door. He's locked at the bottom and closes the door in Larsen's face. Ibiza will run to the other building and just sit there and count his lucky stars.
Larsen switched his weapon at the last second. It looked like Ibiza shut the door on him, and that prevented him from going down. Now Na'Vi, I imagine they are going to go at Myth here. I wanted to say this before. Na'Vi has tried to take this position. This is how they won the tournament against Ghost not too long ago. But they have AHQ to deal with first. M4, again, the last man standing.
Shots coming from behind them. Na'Vi can't keep the push going to onto AHQ. K3 and Wason should go down, but so does Molodoy. And he is in a bad position. Here's the man, Mistrust, doing the work to keep Na'Vi pinned at the hay bales. Gold is actually in as well, so they can keep this pressure up and keep Na'Vi pinned.
Na'Vi wanted the radio tower. That's something I've seen them many times try to do, and really it didn't work out for them because they had too much crossfire. HQ, again, in a position to really do some damage as a solo player.
I believe M4 is still limping. Kramer starts his run. Not that much of Knights left, but they get themselves into the circle at least. Don't know for how long. AVG with their still remaining players in the swamp trying for crack at Knights. The Myth Trust have the perfect spot still for this circle right on top of the hill.
The first place team, Liquid, facing elimination. Ibiza holding on. Larsen sharing the building with him, but Ghost is on the edge of the circle. Look at this.
Vard started his campaign against Genji Black a while ago. Sexy Pig just wants to stay put next to the blowing up car.
WTSG and Genji Black have been going at each other, but Sexy Pig getting pressure. Looks like from Refund. Yeah, from long distance.
They have the line, and that's it.
They're eliminated.
Genji Black will go out in 18th position.
Refund picking up some kills here. WTSG now also on the move. Refund looking for more.
Open for those crisp shots. The circle is about to finish.
OMG down to the bottom of the circle. Relatively quiet this game.
Yeah. Just enjoying staying alive.
Just hanging out.
There's 16 other teams who are enjoying exactly the same type of feeling.
This middle is going to be a bloodbath. If it centers again on Myth, it's going to be a total bloodbath. Everyone on the edge of the circle right now is going to have to move at least a little bit. And it looks like it's going to be OMG getting the circle. Myth is going to hold an advantage.
Na'Vi will have to push out of here. Gold will move as well, but Myth Trust has to be assaulted. Refund, WTSG and Na'Vi, someone needs to claim the northern side of this circle. Team Gates is already moving quickly. They're coming down fast to gain that position in the defilade. It's the same defilade that Na'Vi died in earlier.
So this is the clutch area right here. Ibiza has the zone, but he's by himself. Larsen is there as well, but Ghost has to come right at them. OHM has to leave their compound. Team Gates and the Chiefs have to make a move. Looks like Team Gates is going to be the first.
Oh, this is nice from Gold. They're dropped in, and they're looking for that push up towards AVG. Gaxi is finally dealt with by Pino. He was that kind of floating player for him, and well, Myth, another great line. Gaxi actually goes all the way down. They thought that was good cover, WTSG, not quite. Now
that grenade in the hut, maybe.
Sim, is it actually going to bounce in nicely?
So close.
It breaks the door, but Sims actually gets knocked down. It's Savage coming to the rescue of AVG.
Well, a little bit of a flank there happening, but the rest of Gold does not want to give this up.
Yeah.
They know Avangar's in there.
But they can't run it in, and if they've got a grenade, pop it through the window. Keen is there, and he's keen to get out, runs around the corner, looking for the shoot down, but it won't be enough. The nades are still flying.
That, you know what, you can hear that grenade pop, and that means that Keen had to run out rather than just accept his fate. And now Ghost has to move against OHM, and here comes Na'Vi on Myth.
Yep, Myth keeping the lines right. Na'Vi can't find an easy way up. Drainus will actually be knocked out at the moment. Vard has no real line, even though he's got the angle to work with from Miraku. But Na'Vi just in a horrible pressure position. They're tossing the nades down, trying to force Vard back off their front. While Ghost...
OHM only has smokes. There's no cover for them. They have to throw it one at a time just to be able to move, and their smokes are dissipating. OHM is in trouble, but they're just trying to use as much utility as possible.
How many teams are flighting them up? You've got OMG, you've got Knights, you've got a little bit of Ghost. Everyone's just shooting into OHM, running the open.
Oh no!
Oh, running in towards the ultimate gunfire.
Everyone got one of their teammates.
Somehow Colorus was still alive to the end, but Chiefs is actually going to be knocked down before OHM take the fall. Balak will find a tree to hide behind.
Balak's actually a little bit out of position here, having to stop behind the tree.
Oh, he's getting hit down. Lion K is able to connect. So Balak is knocked for the moment, and Ghost, they've got no way to get back over to him.
They're in the same position. OMG has a great spot on them. They have high ground. Ghost has only one vehicle that has not been damaged, and they have to blow it up.
Yep, that front one can still blow up. McCoy is close to it, but Ghost knew OMG could just focus their fire and just blow up 2 of their players instantly.
I guarantee that Ibiza is being told not to move by Scoom right now, as he could definitely throw a grenade out and try and do some damage to Ghost, who's right behind him, but he just has to worry about Larson. The nades are coming.
Yep, play for position right now. That's all he can really do. At the same time, I see that circle, and, well, they have to come out of the compound. Refund as well as Gate will have that battle on the northeast corner, and OMG will be finally forced off the hill, but there's a Honey Badger floater and the rest of Savage to deal with. A Miracu.
Oh,
all right,
here comes the push.
Multiple sides. Nothing Miracu could do to save himself from that one. Mythtrust chalk up another. Ooh. And Mossy. Oh, do they see him? Around the corner. You will see him, and Mossy will get dropped. And now the rest of Gate starting to actually envelop back towards the rest of Refund. They'll have to come up the hill, but by doing so, they'll expose themselves to Mythtrust still on the hill.
They need to smoke that UAZ and start throwing grenades.
It'll take some time. Toxic's already going to start to smoke to bring Kramer back up again.
OMG now actually taking a position in the low ground. Questionable choice there. We'll see if it works out.
They're actually in the circle, or just on the edge, and they're using the vehicles as more
Here
cover.
Comes Ghost.
And Mortify being dropped. Refund actually going to finish off Mossy too. Team Gates. It's an absolute death crevice that they have found themselves in.
Oh,
and Liquid, Ibiza, he's right next to Profi.
Oh,
they don't know it. They're in a smoke box right now. They don't see anything. Profi, can't you smell his BO?
He's throwing smokes one at a time. He knows he's there. He can hear the footsteps.
He's making the run. It's like watching a game of Snake, but with smokes.
If he has to have 30 smokes, Profi's trying to find him.
Pizza!
Larson's out there.
He's taking the bike. He's got a better form of maneuvering.
He has to get in front of this smoke chain. Ibiza using his utility masterfully here.
This is so
just trying to get away.
This is so stupid, Profi. We can see him clipping through the smoke.
How many smokes
I
does
can
he have?
guarantee you, Ghost cannot see him.
Oh my God, Ibiza, what do you...
He just needs that backpack. They're running through. They're trying to run into it to find, but Profi's taking damage. It's Ghost who's taking the kills. It's not even Ibiza as he does the smoke run.
Ibiza, go!
Path to victory comes through covert operations. But where do you go? I think he's out of smokes. I think he's all totally smoked out.
The circle's coming. The circle's on the way. Profi's waited too long. Profi, the last man standing for Ghost. The circle at their backs.
McCoy is going to take to it. Ibiza's looking for the grenade to try and hit into Mortify. It's a little bit off target. It's a little bit further to the back. Now Profi starts to run Ibiza. Look here right now. Profi will see him. The run is done. It's over. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, everyone else is still fighting on the map.
Oh my gosh. That was the greatest use of smokes I've ever seen. Profi will go down, all for naught. He does outlast Ibiza, but just barely. Now OMG versus the Knights.
This is a real great position for Knights. They've got the perfect defilade, the ability to see down towards OMG, and Zhao Hai, it looked like he's about to run it up with the car. Unable to do so, just got into his own level of defilade. As the grenade, it's good. It hits Dre, but so low on life. Bounces himself out and out of range of the OMG toss.
The Knights do have vision, but there's 2 ridges they're both using. OMG and the Knights can see each other, but they know each other are there, but they don't have direct line of sight. The Knights have a bit of an advantage here, but they have to deal with each other. The zone is essentially empty. It's now Myth having to leave their radio tower, and that swamp is going to empty. CGW, the only team other than Larson in the zone.
Yeah, there's that gold floater. Esco is just sitting on the northern side, potentially able to slip himself forward as Mythtrust will come down. Vard will have to make his run too. They're the 2 big floaters left over.
They're kind of pinched, but a very long distance. But Myth is wasting a little bit of time here. That circle is going to force them out of cover. The Knights need to be patient, but they have to deal with OMG. They're in a really tough spot.
Yeah, they can't let OMG just push the hills. They have to wait it out, and their timing should be right when Mythtrust come down to the south, and this will happen in a seconds time. They actually nade. That second nade is right on target too, Kramer.
They're pushing.
Here comes the extra ones. Toss everything you got. Knights are smoking up, and OMG, they take the hill. They take the seed.
They want it.
will be dropped. Dre will be the final one from Knights. You know where he is. It's the smoke box once again. They want to wipe out Knights, so OMG could be the ones to push in. Still understanding that Team Gaze is off to their right, but they haven't finished the job yet.
They're on the flank. Myth is on the way now as well. They're getting involved. Knights need to deal with this, but they have only one left standing. OMG needs to push Mortify right behind him as well.
He could actually get the pickup. It looks like OMG is too worried about Mortify sitting behind him. He's shooting from behind as well, looking for this target. But now Dre, he's managed to close the distance on Voxic. There's still smoke available. I don't think OMG's got any more grenades left. Mortify will finally be dealt with, so OMG, eyes front, eyes towards the west to go up the Knights, and do they even have one? Where is this grenade? The smoke is still out very, very thick, and Knights, Dre, he's gonna get this final pickup.
Oh, they are gonna have.
Yep,
they got the res. They have to leave, but now it's all fire coming into the smoke. OMG wants this.
Lion K had the line, and they're gonna finish off Dre quickly. Secure the kills. That's the 7th for OMG. They'll love the 8. They're gonna walk right over the top of Vox. They may actually think he's even dead, not realizing he's taken out. Honey Patch Nation, they'll go out
past him.
They don't know? Do they not know? How many times can people hide inside of smoke?
The flashbang's out. The flashbang's out.
Oh, if he just pops this on the side, turn the face.
He flashed himself.
Okay, well,
it happens.
Know you're bleeding in the circle. Eska, first aid kit. You're chunking real hard. He'll finish the first aid in time. Voxic, he's right next to him. Got him down. Get the kill. Take the 15 points. The rest of OMG deal with the rats in the cage. Get around the back. Zhao Hai, Lion K, they still don't know. These smoke provides so much cover. Silent is there on the right side. They did a nice Trinity triangle, and then they just got rid of him.
Voxic had an opportunity there, but now it's Myth in front of OMG. Myth has it down as well. CGW has been waiting this out. WTSG still in this game, but right now it's Myth and OMG facing off.
Yep, the pickups are there from Myth Trust. They can at least get themselves back up, but considering WTSG's movement, Vard, Kurad causing problems. Came in close with a shotgun, actually finishes off Vard.
Larson looking for, he spotted him. Larson, I think, was spotted there, and now trading in the house.
Marimo, he's gonna push him. Larson still on the run. There's that S12K going to work. Blam, blam, blam.
1v1 situation now between CGW. Kurad, no time to, he does have time to first aid now. Larson stuck in this house, and the grenades are out from OMG.
That zone is restricting so hard. Larson has to come out. The shots are ringing from that bottom compound. They've both got a building each, but it's OMG on the east, Myth on the north. They've got the numbers, they just don't have the spacing. This will help. Kurad will finally be finished off by Minero.
That was a nice pickup there. Kurad being eliminated. Now, that's actually good for the last man standing, which is Larson. He's going to have to play Super Snake here as Myth has control with OMG.
All snakes follow Myth.
This is nice control. Oh, actually, it's not going to work out. They caught that flanker.
Larson, he actually made it to the hay bale. He's not inside the circle just yet, but as you said, the Myth flanker is taken down. It's OMG who have that extra little cut around.
Swift is now in a position, Spit has to snake a little further, but OMG's playing super aggressive.
He sees him. He sees so many of them. Just wants to actually stand up for a second. One, looking for the second. He's chunking so hard. Spit takes a bullet too, but the push is coming from Myth Trust. Is Honmoya around the side, left and right. Ring a Rosie. It's a maypole. And Zhao Hai.
Larson is the last man standing.
Wrapped up as a streamer. Like, is he? Where's the OMG player? Is silent on the side. So there's still 3 teams up. Larson is on the far side, looking for his own shot to try and get involved in this. His Sinu's up on the hill, but Myth, the losing players, down to 2 teams now. It's finally OMG is the one eliminated. It's 1v1 because you've got a knockout. No way, can Larson? They've got 5 kills in total for WTSG, but can he finish this? Has he got grenades? Did he fight all the way through? Here
comes the grenade.
Brad toss at Kobe, my life, around the corner.
Short.
It hit the hay bale, but it got him off the revive. We have 2 players left. 1v1. Hay bales separate them only. Who's got a grenade? I don't think they got anything. This will come down to the aim, and you know where it's moving. The circle, smack bang in the middle. In 3, 2, 1, constrict.
This is all about patience. Who is going to be the first to peak? They know and have all vision here. Larson has ditched his backpack. He has the M4 at the ready.
They look equal. I don't think this circle will actually give either of them an advantage. They look almost right on the money. If you're looking like a carpet bowls right now, put a tape measure between the two of them. It is equal distance between the two.
Circle will force them out. They've only got a small amount of time to deal with it. It's going to be 100% aim and reaction time. Who has the upper hand here?
Do you bait it? Do you wait for it? Do you actually hope there's that small inch of the circle is coming close to Homboya?
It looks like Larson has the advantage.
Is it? Just by a little bit. It's coming up behind Homboya.
And
then Larson, he's looking.
He knows it.
Who's the first one coming? Homboya. It's going to be time to move in just a second, and there it is.
Oh, it's really equal.
But the winner! It comes to both sides, but it is WTSG who take it.
Wow, what a finish!
I cannot believe he came in through the side, eliminated OMG. They looked so good for positioning, and then it came down to a 1v1. You keep your hopes alive. They took 6 kills in total, but they take the chicken dinner.